what is interesting about 5 no top wick? No top wick in general just means there's not a lot of range to drive up, right? Because when you close a no top, a wick is a range, right? So if a wick is a range, no wick means no range. It means you're closing at resistance, right? So for instance, like super quick, but like this is how you close on the 1 hour candle. If this were to be the 1 hour candle and you were to break this candle down backwards, reverse engineer it, right? You go on the 15-minute time frame. This is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see 1, 2, and then 3, right? And then obviously you're gonna see a pullback because that candle has to close with the top wick. So therefore, when you have a wick, right, what's happening in the small time frame? You're printing a range. You have a range now printed here, resistance form here, right, and then support form here. So when you come up to fill the wick on the higher time frame, as you fill that wick, not a lot of people realize this, but when you're filling the wick, all you're doing really is you're creating a support to retest the highs, and that's all that's happening. So that's why when you have a range, when you have a wick, sorry, you're likely to fill it because you have a range. When you don't have a wick, and you're closing just like this at the top of the resistance, therefore the chances of you driving up is a lot lower than if you were to actually, you know, leave a range to drive. But that's what happens when you don't have a wick. It's just the probability of you driving up is a lot lower, and that's probably why you've seen this 5 start to reject. On top of all of that, it closed respect and resistance too, right? So the idea is you would expect this kind of flip bearish.